It's time to start her up and see what she sounds like.
I'm super excited. I know it's gonna sound so good. Let's see. This is my cheap 2002 BMW E46 M3. I purchased it not too long ago. I took care of a few issues I had going on, and now it's time to have some fun and start modding the car. First up was the exhaust system. I wasn't too happy with the stock sound. This is what it sounded like. I first decided to swap out the stock muffler for an aftermarket one. I decided to go with the Rogue Engineering El Diablo exhaust, and man was I a fan. It sounded very deep, it wasn't overly loud, and for the most part, you couldn't hear much rasp. Here's what it sounded like. If you're interested in seeing the installation of the El Diablo exhaust, hear more audio clips of the sound, and hear more of my thoughts of what I think of the setup, I'll leave a link to that video down in the description below. Now it was time to add Catless headers to the E46 M3, 1, to see if I can improve the sound, and 2, because the cats in my OEM system are pretty bad. So yeah, today's gonna be an exciting day. We are here at PSI with the E46 M3, and this guy right here, which I'm sure you guys are already very familiar with, that's Ali. He's gonna be installing the Catless headers onto the E46 M3. The last episode I installed the Rogue Engineering El Diablo exhaust, and it sounded very good. You guys thought the same. And after driving the car for about 3 days, it broke in. It sounds even better now.
Surprisingly enough, the fitment on the exhaust came out pretty good, even with that mangled exhaust hanger that's there. That's gonna need to be cut off as well, so we can replace it with a good condition one. You do know the metal frame on it is bent, right? Are you trying to unbend it?
Yeah. How else am I supposed to? Oh, I got it.
Oh, you did get it?
I think.
I tried with the back of a hammer and I couldn't get it to unbend. But obviously you have more leverage because you have access to a lift. So these are the headers we're going to be installing onto the E46 M3. These are active AutoWork 3-to-1 headers. Funny enough, these are one of the best options for the E46 M3, but they recently discontinued these, so you can only get them secondhand used, or if some websites still have in stock, then you can buy them that way. I decided to go with these because I've heard the fitment on them is pretty good, good quality as well. They normally cost like $600+. I was able to find these on Facebook Marketplace for around $400, I believe. So I thought that was a solid deal. Did you get access to the bolt?
Ooh. Yeah.
You see, it's much easier to do some things when you got the proper tools. Like this lift. Oh yeah, he definitely got access to that bolt that I couldn't get off last time. And as far as I can see, they're in pretty good condition. I think these were used on a race car that got totaled. So the owner went ahead and parted out his car, and then he sold these for a very good price. They come with 2 O2 sensors already installed. The clamps, everything looked like they're in good shape. Obviously it's a little dirty, but that's okay, they're headers. So that's not going to be an issue. So that's the only branding that Rogue Engineering has in their exhaust, huh? Just right there. Very subtle.
What is that?
Unlike other companies where they have like their branding right on the tips, this company doesn't do it, they leave it blank. Rogue Engineering. El Diablo. El Diablo.
Yeah, me too.
You got it? Let's see what that meant. How does that even get like that anyways? Bent on the frame.
I don't know.
And since we got the proper hanger that's in good condition, now I can really adjust the tips to be perfect along the cutouts. Because even though the fitment looked really good, the one on the passenger side was slightly higher than the driver's side. There you go. So we got the proper, good condition hanger installed. Tips are looking very good.
Come on, follow me.
So Ali, what if I told you
that I was planning to install the headers myself on jack stands.
Good luck.
I thought about it.
Good luck.
But then I read a few write-ups on it, and I was like,
Let me know how it goes.
not gonna happen. I'd rather just bring it to you guys and have you guys take care of it. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, which most of you guys aren't subscribed, I'm gonna give you guys a reason why you should subscribe right now.
You see these 4 boxes right here? These are Titan 7 fully forged wheels that I bought for the E46 M3. Also got some tires to go along with them, the best you can get. Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. That's going to go on the M3 once the coilovers arrive. Guys, you don't want to miss out on any of those videos. Make sure to subscribe with the notification bell on.
It's gonna be sick, right? Damn it, no enthusiasm at all.
It's been a good 3 hours since I last drove the car, so I would assume the engine is pretty cool right now. Is it true that I lose low end torque with the headers and gain it somewhere in the mid range?
Not really.
Not really. False information online, like always.
This is what you don't want to break.
The McDonald's straw?
Yeah.
I know I broke it twice on the 335i already. What do my fluids look like? Leak?
See, I knew you were leaking coolant.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't there before, was it?
This expansion tank is leaking.
So that puddle that was there before, it wasn't SMG fluid, it was coolant. I told you that.
Daddy knows what he's talking about. Yeah, the expansion tank is cracked.
Is it completely empty?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it's not building like pressure, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you expect?
Honestly, I can't say I'm surprised. It's a cheap E46 M3, only cost me $3,000. You gotta expect some things to need some work.
That's called BMW plastic right there. Also guys, huge progress coming for the E30. This is probably going to be my favorite and most fun build to watch on the channel. So if you're into like BMW in general, this is probably the perfect channel for you to subscribe to. I'd appreciate if you guys do that. Ali was just telling me that he was asking me if I did the spark plugs and the coils, and I didn't get to that yet. And they're brand new. They actually look brand new. You can tell just based on the outside of them.
They're not OEM, but they're brand new.
Yeah. Well, that's one less thing that I have to do, right?
Works.
I hope it's the same story for the rod bearings too. So tell me that M4 does not look nice. The wheels, everything sits perfectly. I even told Ali that I like the wrap on it, the wrap color, and apparently it's not even a wrap per se. That's the original color of the car with a matte clear wrap. So yeah, as you guys can see, you see the gloss right here. They removed the clear wrap here. The rest of it though is a matte clear wrap, and it makes it look like a matte vinyl wrap on the car, but it's not. That's pretty freaking cool.
Essentially what Ali was doing, he was labeling all the wires to make sure he remembers where they all go, and pretty much taking everything apart to get to the headers. Honestly guys, I'm sure it's very doable to do headers at your house, DIY, but after seeing everything that has to go through to swap them out, I'd rather just not do that. And especially if I have to film, it's already a tight area under the car. It just wouldn't be a really good experience for you guys to watch. Isn't that right?
Yes. Your plug is like crumbling.
It's literally just falling apart. Got it?
Yeah. The door has oil leak.
Have an oil leak?
Yeah. See this?
Yeah.
That's your valve cover.
Valve cover's leaking? You know what's funny? On the video where you guys give it an inspection, the very first thing you said when you were under the car was, I'm surprised the valve cover is not leaking.
Not yet. Looks like it just started to leak from this. Because those have the rubber grommets on them.
Yeah.
But it's not like it has to be done like right away.
So yeah, the further we get into
The header install, the more things we start finding that's wrong with the car and things that need to be addressed. That's how it all starts. You know what though? Some people are a fan of the rasp, but that's what makes it an E46 M3, right? You don't have a rasp, and you ain't the real deal.
Rasp is gross. If you think that sounds good, get off the channel.
Here's a question for you guys. Are you guys a fan of cars that produce a raspy sound? I know some people like it, some people don't. I've never really been a big fan of it. I'm curious to what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. I have a feeling that these Catless headers will add more rasp to the car. Yeah, so talking about exhaust, I actually got a brand new exhaust system, full exhaust system for the E93 335i. And I'm gonna be filming and installing that one very, very soon. I cannot wait for that one. No, it's not from Alibaba, it's from VRSF. As you can see here, Ali's pretty much taking turns between the top of the engine bay, the bottom of the engine bay to try to unbolt the headers. Essentially, you get to some bolts from the top, other bolts from the bottom. So he just kept doing this over and over. It's a very tedious process to say the least, very time consuming. Originally, I was planning to swap out section 1 as well for a system that had 2 resonators and attempt to get rid of the rasp, but I figured let me go ahead and install the headers and see what it sounds like, and then I'll go from there.
Oh, satisfying.
I don't think you can see that.
No, you won't be able to see it. I don't know if you guys watched a previous episode where the guys at PSI did like a walk around to see what's wrong with the car. There was a little small hairline crack right here on the subframe. It's hard to see it, but it's gotten at least 3 times bigger than last time. So
That was giant.
it's very big, so I'm gonna have to take it easy. I've been doing some aggressive driving when I should take care of the subframe and do the reinforcement before I decide to push this car. So yeah, I'm gonna take it easy until I get that addressed, because that's a pretty big crack. I can't show you guys on video, but it wraps all the way around and goes all the way up to the top.
I think you can see it from here.
Yeah,
If
kind
you-
of.
If you show from this angle where the
see?
diff corner is.
Yeah, there's a crack there, and it wraps all the way around to the backside.
Oh yeah.
I see that bird's nest in that one in that one pipe. Yeah, so this cat that's in here is completely loose. Maybe you guys can see that. Let me see if I can. Oh wow. Maybe you guys can see it. Try to. Yeah, it's very loose in there. That's pretty much a Catless header right there on one side. All right, the headers are coming down. All right, Ali, what time is it?
All right, the headers are coming down.
Oh my god, this is the dumbest design ever.
Golly.
God, imagine doing this under jack stands. Sheesh. Ooh, satisfying. Oh, I see what you were trying to do. The lazy way out.
You don't need secondaries. What do you need secondaries for?
Okay. You know what my father used to tell me as a kid always? El vago pasa doble el trabajo.
Does that mean measure once, cut 10 times?
I guess.
That's my motto.
It means the lazy person always has to go through double the trouble. Woo! Mm-hmm.
El Polo Loco? Yeah, it's dangling.
Yeah, it's definitely. What about the other one? Is the other one solid in place? No, that one's good. So let me ask you a question. Do you have to tune the car since you're going to put these on? Or do you technically already have the tune on there? No, you mentioned it before.
I already tuned your car for headers. So you don't have to do it again.
Yeah. So you're going to take those out and reuse them or what?
No. I don't really know the conditions though.
So you're going to use the same ones that are on the stock ones?
Yeah, since I know those work.
CSL airbox exhaust. What?
Then get rid of that Typhoon Lagoon intake.
Hey. Hey.
Yes, I'm listening.
I think after these modifications to the car, I gotta start focusing on the maintenance stuff. Like subframe, rod bearings, the freaking, well, coolant leak, you're here to address it today, but like the valve cover and stuff like that. Oh, the fun job.
Yeah.
You're actually pretty close, but not close.
The whole process of swapping out the headers, definitely the most annoying part was having to route the headers underneath and up to the side of the block. It was very annoying. Luckily there was 2 of us there, so we were able to do it in a decent amount of time. But I could only imagine somebody trying to do it themselves. It's just not fun. It's just such a tight fit, and you have to nearly get both sections in there at the perfect time, at the perfect angle to get them where they need to be. Now that the headers were in place, it was time to tighten them up and get everything back to where it belongs.
So the headers are successfully fully bolted onto the car. Just gotta get the new expansion tech on there and fill it up with some coolant. Put everything, pull everything back together. And then we'll show you exactly what the headers with the exhaust sounds like. How you like that fitment though? Woo.
So fresh and so clean.
It's not that eBay fit. It's not that eBay fitment.
Hey, don't talk shit about eBay.
Watch, you're gonna have somebody say it. eBay is not a parts manufacturer. They're just a distributor.
Yeah, but people know them as eBay turbos, eBay exhaust, eBay wheels. Essentially, a synonym for eBay is cheap shit.
Alibaba.
Rebranded Alibaba or AliExpress. Alright, everything's tidy up. It's time to start her up and see what she sounds like. Obviously, at first, we're going to get a cold start. So it's probably going to be a little bit loud. I'm ready.
I'm super excited. I know it's gonna sound so good. Let's see.
Ooh, look at them tips. Oh yeah. Got some smoke. Huh? Smoke? That's fine.
Tell me you guys don't like that deep sound. God, that El Diablo exhaust is... it sounds so good. So essentially what we're doing right now is Ali's bleeding out the coolant system, and we're letting the car warm up before we decide to rev it and then take it for a drive.
Bye bye, Felicia. You won't be missed. Dude, that sounds like a race car.
Woo! Now that sounds good. You heard that? Sounds very good.
Wow. Dude, that sounds nice. Let's go for a ride so I can hear what it sounds like from the inside.
Hey, hold on, I gotta protect myself.
Take that off, bro.
Well, it's not bad when you're driving normal.
Not droney.
I know in the video I sound super excited. I was at the time because I was just excited for the header install. But there's definitely a significant amount of rasp with the Catless headers. And I have kind of mixed feelings about it. I mean, the rasp doesn't sound too bad. It actually sounds pretty good in person at least. I'm not sure how it conveys in video. But I don't know, I'm somewhere in the middle. That said, the car definitely felt faster. Especially when I was driving back home later that night. It was definitely more torque in the low end. And it felt nice.
Let's do it.
Wow.
Well, there you have it, guys. Headers are installed, aftermarket exhaust as well, and the combination sounds so good. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Comment section below. Would love to see you guys back on the channel to see more M3 episodes in the future. So make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed this episode.
That concludes our video. Goodbye.